Hey friends, EJ here from the Back Porch Antiques in Greeneville, Tennessee. By the way, we'd love to have you come see us, but for right now, this is another tool video. We've got a lot of good friends and followers who enjoy and adore our old tools. So I've got a few that I'd like to show you this morning that have recently came in and that we'd like to share with you. Shoot us some comments if you'd like and let us know what you think. If you've got one, if you've used them, if you know what they are, that sort of thing. But they're pretty straightforward today, and I'll start with this particular piece. Looks like a regular scale, doesn't it? But it's actually what's considered a hide hanger, and I suppose it's for weighing hides. I'm not exactly sure which way it hangs, but the purpose of this particular piece is to weigh animal hides, tanned hides maybe, or hides to be tanned. In order to acquire a particular price for them. Pretty cool little scale you got here. Got that good primitive look to it. Would have been used in marketplaces way back in the day. This is an early piece, and that's pretty cool. Hide hanger. Everybody loves little anvils. Now, one thing, we've got a lot of case knife followers too, people who love vintage old knives. A lot of people like these old anvils to display their pocket knives on. They sit them on top, I don't know, kind of like that, I guess, just to kind of display them. And a lot of people like them. But this is an actual anvil that had purpose. This is a jeweler's anvil that would have been on a jeweler's bench and used for whatever purpose a jeweler could have used it for. Could have been used in maybe a machine shop for small pieces, things like that. The deal with this is something like this could have multiple purposes, but for our sake, we're going to call it a jeweler's anvil, and just sit on a desk and work on jewelry. Now, this is a beautiful little piece, has been cleaned. If you are an intricate woodworker or an aficionado, if you will, of fine antique furniture, then you're familiar with mortises. This is a double mortise maker. You could, slide that one way or the other and get exactly what you needed as far as direction and marking your cut for cutting mortise. And that's what this is. That's what this piece would have been used for. This piece would have belonged originally to an amazing craftsman, someone who took pride in what it is that they did, and they would have taken pride in their tools, and it would have probably looked pretty much this clean when the individual got used to it, or got finished with it, rather. But anyway, this one's actually patented 1872, a double mortise maker. Along those same lines is this hand clamp or hand vise, if you will, possibly Miller Falls or Starrett. Not exactly sure, but this is a fine made tool. And, simply put, you use it to hold something that needs to be clamped, but also something that needs to be held in your hand. Pretty well an intricate tool as far as design goes, and would have been one of those that everybody needs for that specific purpose, and would have been a go-to in the toolbox in the early makers of furniture and things like that. But anyway, very cool little hand vise right there, hand clamp. Now, we got a lot of people who really enjoy hatchets. I've sold a lot of hatchets lately. Western, Craftsman, bluegrass, things like that. Everybody likes a little hatchet. This is a pretty cool piece. This is a Bicentenial Craftsman hatchet. Original handle. Been shined on just a little bit, but a really cool piece. Bicentennial hatchet, 1776 to 1976. Of course, those are the bicentennial years, and it comes with that pretty cool sheath that highlights it. Really cool piece in that original gold style look. I guess that's maybe more of a metal stain more so than a paint, but very cool piece here if you like those old hatchets. John Deere green. We've got a John Deere chain brake right here. Would have been used for adjusting on equipment or things like that. Still has some of that John Deere green paint to it. There are a significant amount of collectors of old implement tools such as these, either in International Harvester, Oliver. A lot of people like Oliver tools. Of course, John Deere is always a favorite, but this chain brake would have been used for adjusting equipment such as planters or setters or things that would have been using chains as drives. So John Deere chain brake. This is a micrometer. made by Starrett. These types of tools are still used today. This is an earlier one, but for the most part, these particular tools have been made the same way for probably 100 years. They were used to measure specific, very minute measurements, down to the 1,000th of an inch. And as you can tell, the gap between these two areas here can be fine-tuned and fine-adjusted for precise equipment. And it's adjusted through this. And these are useful tools. I have buyers who buy these to collect, but I also have buyers who buy these to still use. So this is a 1 to 2 inch Starrett mic. Now, I also have another mic, but this one's a little different. It's also a Starrett, but it is a 24 inch. I know, right? 24 inch micrometer that measures to the 1,000th of an inch. Why anybody would need this, I don't know, but it's a very cool piece. And it, again, measures to the 1,000th of an inch, but it's 24 inches across. So it would have had to have been used specifically for a piece of equipment that had to be extremely precise, but was a massive piece of equipment as well. So it kind of reminds me of that Crocodile Dundee video where the guy pulls the knife on Croc and he's like, that's not a knife, this is a knife. So that's not a mic, this is a mic. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed our tool video. Love fooling with tools here at the Back Porch. If you like tools, check out our Facebook page or come see us at the Back Porch Antiques in Greeneville. Until then, we'll see you next time.